Level 1. Enhanced Longevity, Surviving Time, Not Death, Wolverine. Immortality in Marvel begins not with gods, magic, or cosmic forces, but with biology pushed beyond natural limits. Enhanced longevity is the lowest and most grounded form of immortality, and it is defined by one crucial principle: time no longer kills you, but everything else still can. Characters at this level age so slowly that, for practical purposes, they can live for centuries. However, their existence remains fully dependent on the physical body. If that body is destroyed beyond repair, death is permanent. Wolverine represents this category more clearly than any other character because his longevity is not theoretical, it is mechanical. His mutant healing factor continuously repairs cellular damage, restores tissue, stabilizes genetic mutation, and prevents senescence. Aging, in Marvel terms, is simply the accumulation of unrepaired cellular errors over time. Wolverine's body does not allow that accumulation to occur. As a result, his physical condition remains in a near-constant state of equilibrium regardless of how much time passes. This does not make Wolverine unkillable. His healing factor operates at a finite speed and within biological constraints. Massive trauma, sustained damage, or suppression of his regenerative ability can overwhelm the system. When his organs are destroyed faster than they can regenerate, the body fails. Wolverine's skeleton may be nearly indestructible, but the organs surrounding it are not immune to complete annihilation. His longevity collapses the moment repair is no longer possible. What makes Level 1 immortality important is that it establishes the baseline misconception most readers have about immortality. Living a very long time is not the same as escaping death. Wolverine can outlive nations, ideologies, and civilizations, but he cannot outlive catastrophic bodily failure. He survives history, not annihilation. This level of immortality is impressive but fragile. It is endurance, not transcendence. Level 2. Cursed Immortality, Death Without Release, Deadpool. Level 2 represents a shift away from survival and into contradiction. This is cursed immortality, a condition where death occurs regularly but never permanently. Unlike enhanced longevity, cursed immortality does not preserve life. It denies finality. Characters at this level are not protected from death. They are trapped by it. Deadpool is the definitive example. His healing factor is not simply stronger than Wolverine's, it is structurally different. Deadpool's regeneration does not merely repair damage. It reconstructs identity. His body can reassemble itself from extreme fragmentation, regenerate lost organs, and restore function even after total physical collapse. This alone would place him above Level 1, but what truly defines his immortality is not his biology. It is his relationship with death itself. Deadpool does not stay dead. Even when killed by conventional, supernatural, or extreme means, death does not hold him. In multiple instances, his existence has been forcibly rejected by the natural order. This creates a state where death becomes a recurring event rather than an endpoint. Pain, destruction, and cessation happen, but release does not. This is why Level 2 is cursed. Deadpool does not choose immortality. He does not control it. His body reforms whether he wants it to or not. The suffering persists, memory persists, consciousness persists. Where Wolverine survives because his body resists decay, Deadpool survives because death refuses him. This form of immortality strips away the comfort traditionally associated with survival. There is no peace, no closure, no escape. Injury becomes repetitive. Death becomes procedural. The body reforms not as a gift, but as a sentence. Cursed immortality is therefore not an upgrade. It is a trap. It removes the finality that gives life meaning while preserving the suffering that makes death desirable. Level 3. Mystical Immortality, Engineered Return, Apocalypse. Level 3 introduces intention. Death is no longer denied or delayed. It is anticipated and managed. Mystical immortality allows death to occur while ensuring that it never becomes permanent. The defining difference between Level 2 and Level 3 is control. Apocalypse represents this tier perfectly because his immortality is not reactive. It is planned. Through a combination of ancient knowledge, advanced self-modification, and mastery over resurrection systems, Apocalypse ensures that physical destruction is never the end of his existence. His consciousness, genetic blueprint, and identity persist independently of his physical form. When Apocalypse is destroyed, he does not rely on instinctive regeneration like Deadpool. Instead, he returns through mechanisms designed long before death occurs. His immortality functions like a system of backups. The body is disposable, the essence is preserved. This transforms death into a logistical inconvenience rather than a threat. Mystical immortality is fundamentally strategic. Apocalypse does not fear death because he has removed uncertainty from it. His survival is not luck-based. It is guaranteed as long as the systems supporting him remain intact. This makes him functionally immortal, even though he is neither ageless nor indestructible. What elevates Level 3 above cursed immortality is agency. Apocalypse chooses to return. His resurrection reinforces his worldview. Survival belongs to the prepared. Death is merely a filter that removes the unworthy. At this level, immortality becomes ideological. It reflects dominance, foresight, and control over existence itself. Level 4. Cosmic Immortality. Existence without aging. Thor. Level 4 removes aging entirely. Characters at this tier do not deteriorate over time, do not weaken across eras, and do not decay biologically or spiritually. Their existence is sustained by cosmic or divine nature rather than repair, resurrection, or contingency. However, they remain individuals. They can still be killed, just not by time. Thor embodies cosmic immortality. As an Asgardian god, his physiology exists outside human biological limits. He does not age in any meaningful sense. His strength, durability, and vitality remain stable, regardless of how much time passes. Centuries do not erode him. Millennia do not exhaust him. History does not diminish his power. What makes Thor's immortality distinct is permanence through scale. His body does not require regeneration to maintain itself. It simply persists. Environmental extremes, massive energy output, and catastrophic forces that would annihilate lesser beings are survivable for him. His existence is supported by the cosmic structure that defines gods. However, Thor is not invincible. God-slaying weapons, cosmic entities, and reality-altering forces can end his life. This is why cosmic immortality remains below abstract tiers. Thor exists within the universe, not as a function of it. Level 4, Immortality is stability without inevitability. Thor does not return automatically. He does not reform conceptually. He simply endures until something powerful enough ends him. Level 5, Abstract Immortality, Function over Form, Ghost Rider. Level 5 breaks the bond between identity and body. At this tier, the character no longer exists as a singular being, but as an abstract function expressed through a vessel. Ghost Rider is immortal, not because the host survives, but because what the rider represents must continue to exist. Ghost Rider is the embodiment of supernatural judgment and vengeance. The human host is temporary. The rider itself is not. When one host falls, another can be claimed. The role persists even if the individual does not. This is abstract immortality. The idea outlives the body. What separates this level from cosmic immortality is replaceability. Thor must survive as himself. Ghost Rider does not. The individual is optional. The function is mandatory. Destroying a single incarnation does nothing to erase the rider as a force. Level 5 immortality therefore represents a shift from survival to continuity of purpose. The character exists because the universe requires the role to be filled. Ending that existence would require erasing the concept of judgment itself. Level 6. Universal Constant, Cosmic Necessity, Galactus. Level 6 applies to beings whose existence is required for universal balance. Galactus is not alive in the traditional sense. He is a cosmic constant. a stabilizing force that ensures reality does not collapse under its own growth. Galactus does not age, decay, or evolve. He persists because the universe requires him to exist. His destruction would destabilize reality at a foundational level. Even when weakened or altered, his presence reasserts itself because the role he fulfills cannot be removed. This is immortality through necessity. Galactus exists not because he survives attacks, but because eliminating him would break the universe itself. He is not protected by strength. He is protected by relevance. Level 7. The Eternal Concept. Existence itself. Death. Level 7 represents absolute immortality. Death does not live. Death does not die. Death is. As a cosmic entity, death exists beyond biology, magic, universes, and cosmic hierarchy. She cannot be destroyed because destruction is her domain. Ending death would erase endings themselves, collapse causality, and unravel existence. This is not power, it is definition. Immortality in Marvel is not a single concept, but a carefully layered hierarchy that reflects how deeply a character is embedded into the structure of existence itself. From Wolverine, who simply outlasts time, to Death, who defines the end of all things, each level represents a fundamental shift in how Marvel understands survival, permanence, and reality. The higher a character ascends on this scale, the less their existence depends on a body, a soul, or even a universe. And the more it becomes tied to necessity, balance, or definition. Understanding these levels doesn't just explain why certain characters keep returning. It explains why the Marvel Universe cannot function without them. If you want deeper breakdowns like this, covering cosmic hierarchies, power systems, abstract entities, and the hidden rules that govern Marvel and DC, make sure to subscribe to the channel. New long-form, research-heavy videos like this are released regularly, focusing on explanation over hype and clarity over shortcuts. If there's a version of this hierarchy you want next, DC's immortality system, villains only immortality, gods versus abstracts, or a full cosmic ranking, leave it in the comments.